We're live, I think. Um, Mondays are the worst day of the week if it's what you hate doing. A lot of people are doing exactly that. The reports I've read 75% of the people hate what they're doing and they need to get into something else. They don't know how to get into it and they need to work on that. And that is what we're going to talk about tonight, how to break loose. How to break loose with your camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's try that again here. That's pretty funny. If you can get the humor in that. All right, okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. All right. Sorry. Okay, let's just sit back and do it. Okay. I have worked for years at things I hated doing. And sometimes we get in a rut. We think we got to keep going because this is the highest paying job we're going to get or whatever. We get caught up, stuck in a place that we don't need to be. And so I'm going to talk about ways of getting out of that and getting into things that you do want to do and that you can't wait for Monday morning rather than saying, oh my God, another Monday morning, which a lot of people do. And let's just try to raise this up a little bit higher. And ooh, that might work a little better. All right. Um, and I've done everything. Okay. Sales is my main background that I've done in my life, and I've sold everything you can think of. But there are times when I dreaded going to work. It was painful. And other times it was fantastic. So first of all, the most important thing is to work with a product that you are excited about. Okay, so if you're excited about mops and cleaning, then that's the field you should be in. If you hate cleaning, okay, you hate mops, you hate vacuum cleaners, then you're not going to be in the cleaning business. Now I know you've been told cleaning business makes a fortune, it's easy to get into, and blah blah blah. The only thing is, it'll shorten your life because you're doing what you hate. And as long as you are despising what you're doing, how do you expect to get oranges out of a lemon tree? You just planted this lemon tree uh, for years. And then the deeper you go, you think you can't get out. You say, well, if I can just stick this out 10 more years, wow, I will get a nice gold plastic watch. Well, don't do it. All right. Because you might not last 10 years because you're doing the work that you hate. So we have to narrow down, well, what would you like to do? So let's start with, I've mentioned before, let's start with maybe hobbies and say, okay, what is it that I like? I love sports. Fantastic. I like football in particular, and I like university football level. Okay, fantastic. And I watch it all the time. I love it. I know all the players. I know uh, their stats and everything. Okay, now you ask me, well, how are you going to make money with that? Well, there's people that are just learning football. They would like to know what you know. So you can do a report, maybe small reports initially, talking about a particular player, why they're good or why they're not so good, or why you think they'll make it or why they won't make it. And you've watched the sport long enough that you've been right a lot of times. You're going to be a talent scout out of this. Okay. Who knows, how far you can go. But now you're working in a field you like and you're enjoying it. And in the morning, you can't wait to get up as to let's hit the snooze button, 10 more times. So we want to get into a lifestyle that we're going to want to walk in and live in and enjoy. And that's what we have to aim for. So now, first of all, it's something you like, you want to do. Now, of course, do you have any talent in that area? Do you think that you're great at studying stats and you're understanding the game really clearly? So you've got some talent in there. You've got some experience in there because you've been doing it as a hobby for years. And let's face it, a hobby. If you could do your hobby and make your fortune, would it be better than what you did today? Where you work today, what you had to go through today. Do you want to go through another one of these days? No, not likely. So, okay, so now we're going to start looking further here. Is there any money in this? Okay, you don't want to pick something that doesn't have any money in it. And also, I like the 10 Commandments in there. So if I have to rob banks to do that, thing I like, then I'm not going to do that, even though I think that might be a lot of money, but it's not, things might not work out well. Okay. Might not last too long. It may have some good pay, but some, lousy fringe, negative fringe benefits like bullets or whatever, jail, maybe something like that. So, okay, so you're narrowing it down. You're not going to be doing things that are harming society. You're doing something that you enjoy doing. You know something about it, and you have some talent there. So you're creating a possibility here. Now you can do the Ben Franklin thing and make a list. And this is my version of Ben Franklin, all right? List of what you would like to see in your life and the things you wouldn't want to see in your life. So, if you don't like working night shifts, then whatever the job would be, you do not want to include working night shifts. You hate nights. You hate shift work. You're not going to, you're going to pick that kind of work. Now, when you're doing your own business, the great thing is usually you can pick your hours. Now, maybe you want to work around the games that when they're actually a live games going on, and you're going to have the game playing on half your screen and you talking on the other half of the screen. You're going to be the man running the show. Okay, you're going to be calling your shots and telling everyone what you thought happened, happened on each play. Okay, and again, how are you going to monetize this? Well, people create videos or audios or writing a blog. So you pick a game and you give the synopsis of it. You say, if you love writing, if you hate writing, don't do writing, okay? Or get someone else to do the writing for you. So you list all the things that went right with the game, went wrong with the game, what you would have done. And who knows, a lot of people might love your commentary. And if it turns out that a lot of things you said work out, there's people watching you. And there's two things. You could end up actually working for a sports organization if that's what you want. I don't like the idea of working for someone else because look what happened to me, my father, a lot of people. My father was with an organization for 27 years and built it right from the ground up with the owners. They started out with nothing, and he helped build it up to 20 million a year. And this was a while ago, so it would be like 100 million a year now. And they sold the business. My father was the general manager. They sold the business. New people came in from Belgium, bought the place. Westburn, whatever, something. Don't want to go too deep there. They'll be mad at me. But anyway, some company bought them out and looked at all the people that are about to have some retirement and say, okay, let's get rid of this guy, George. He's about to have a full benefit retirement, full pay for the rest of his life. If we don't get rid of him now, he's 2 years away. So they figured out how to bag him. And my father didn't fight. He just let it go. No, I wouldn't let it go. Okay. I would say, wait a minute, I earned something here. But and the owners that sold it, well, it wasn't in their hands anymore. Now they could have, laid out some kind of good thing for him and some of the employees that helped them make it, but they didn't. But what goes around comes around. You have to remember, no one gets away with anything. All right, everything you do has a action and a reaction. If you're a Christian, you'll say, "As you sow, you shall reap." If you're other religions, you might say karma. You're going to get your karma, good or bad karma. It's the same principle that basically what you do today will come back to you and probably multiplied. So again, you don't want to be doing stuff that multiplies, it comes back and hits you in the face. So what else could you do? Now, maybe you want to do a podcast and interview some of these players, some of the minor players to start with, and build yourself up. You're doing universities here, and I'm sure a lot of them would love the opportunity to be interviewed by you, and so you can do that and create a good reputation there. You can start creating a course, how to whatever. I'm not a sports fan. I mean, I love sports. I love playing sports, but watching sports is like me watching paint dry. Why would I want to watch someone do anything? I mean, I guess I don't mind watching someone build a company, if they're quick, you know, and I get ideas. But I'm more of a participator than a viewer of things. I'm not, and that's what you got to be. I mean, you take all these ideas from me today, and you say, okay, I can do that, that, and that. That'd be fantastic, and you write it all down, but you never put the podcast out. You never create a YouTube channel, or you do nothing with it. And maybe you tell a couple of people about it, but that doesn't get you any benefits. You're trying to start a new life where you're doing what you love all day long. Now, you might say, well, it may never make the money I'm making. I'm a lawyer right now, and I'm making 200,000 a year. Well, start gearing your life down, your spending down a little bit here, and maybe at this you can only make 50,000 a year to start with. And if you never get past that, you've done something you love for the rest of your life rather than something you hate, and you didn't last long. So, you have to look at that. But I believe that if you are doing what you love, that changes everything. Now you'll excel. And someone that does commentaries on football or any sport, do they make any money? Yeah, they make loads of money. It's a huge business and industry. So there's definitely, is there any room for you? Yeah. Of course, if you don't try for a spot, of course you know nothing's going to happen. If you do nothing, you get nothing. So you just have to keep working on yourself and the plans that you would like to see happen. Um, and from there, you will get in the field you want, and you will start making some serious money doing things you love. And let's face it, that's everything. Yeah, sure. You can see I'm really doing like I'm not the high tech guy. Okay, apparently not, but I'm a high tech business guy. I've had probably at least, I don't know, 80, 90 businesses in my life. Some of them made me several 100,000, and some of them made me, lost me money. But, you learn from your mistakes, I hope, you know. So, no, another thing to do is let's find someone else that's already doing this sport thing. It's just start, or just a year ahead of you, okay, but he's doing well. What is he doing? And follow him and look at it. Look at what he's doing. Follow his program. Get a feel for what he's doing so that you could copy it, but do it better or do it in a different way. You're not competing with him anyway. That's the one thing. And don't worry about competition, because competition, uh, you know, causes jealousy and envy and all that stuff. You're trying to be the best man you can be, or the best woman you can be. You're trying to be the best person that you can be, and enjoy this life as it should be enjoyed. So that is the way we have to go. And I am creating more and more videos daily, and I walk every day. I'm going to be doing some of those audios, uploading some of those audios. So follow me, and I look forward to talking to you again in the near future. All right.